Hey guys, how's it going? My name's Eliz and welcome back to Regrowth. In the last episode, we were relaxing at the base, kind of talking about the future of this series and kind of what we have to do left, and one of those things is right here. So I have been working quite a bit with all the villages, and I need to do this quickly. We need to go to the tavern, which is right over here, and I don't think... I'm gonna have to sleep. Oh well. I was trying not to sleep because there's reasons for that, which I'll get into in a little bit. So yeah, we've got a lot of stuff to do. Oh, this isn't even the tavern. This is the tavern, I do believe, right? Where am I supposed to go? There is a place that will sell me things that I need. So what do we need? Alright, so I've been working with Millionaire for a while, and I'm getting close. Unfortunately, I have some bad news. So we need cider, which if we come in here and look at the map, what sells cider? That one. So I think this guy right here, yeah, somebody will come over and sell us some cider. So unfortunately, in order to get the Norman tapestries, we have to make a new village, a new Norman society. That is kind of a pain. We need a military society, but other than that, I can kind of go through all of them and talk about what I'm missing. So the Mayans just built the spot for making the gold ornament. They need a very specific building for that, and they need somebody called a carver. Well, I basically have to wait for them to have children and for those children to grow up so that they can give me the gold ornament. The the Byzantines over here, we still need the tiles. And there was a little bit of concern with what village we had, what type of village we had, because only agricultural Byzantine villages can actually make the tiles, and we have that. The issue is, in this workshop there's only one person, and I believe if what I've been trying to read and trying to figure out how to get this Byzantine tile, I believe that the workshop needs to have a man and a wife in order to make the tiles. So basically we have to wait for a kid to grow up and hopefully marry the dude and all that kind of stuff. It sounds terrible, but we just have to wait for a wife to show up there, and the Byzantines should be done after that. Because yeah, this unfortunately, it doesn't look correct, but yeah, they'll sell clothes for right now. I've been working pretty diligently, getting them upgraded and all that kind of stuff, and they need exactly one more oak wood. But yeah, they have children. They need to have youth, and I don't know what all is going to require that to happen, but we'll get there, and we'll get the Byzantine tiles. So Mayans just gotta wait for them to have kids, and hopefully one of them will become a carver. And the Byzantines, we need to pretty much do the same thing. It's just a waiting game at this point. Now, the Hindu village we're actually done with. Finally, after so much mud brick, they made this, and we can just steal one of these and get some turmeric. And that is all that we need. I really don't care, but let's just take a bunch of turmeric, because why not? That was the last thing that we got. So, that's pretty much all I have to say about the Millionaire villages for now. Now, between episodes, I was working quite a bit off camera, and there's a couple of things we still need to do, and one of those we might as well do while we're over here. We need to go back into this area, because we need some more pedestals. Let's go left. And we need more pedestals, so these guys, we need like 3 more. And we should be good. Alright. There we go. Cool. And we're going to be hopefully making the next portal, Eldritch Portal that we need, and finishing up the Thaumcraft quest line for the time being. We are pretty close to being done. Ooh, we're getting hurt. And I don't have any food, so we need to get out of here. And unfortunately, we didn't get everything we needed. Everything looks good. It just we're hurt. I don't have any food on me except these apples. So we're gonna try to finish up the Thaumcraft stuff today, which is just a matter of getting a new dungeon and completing it. We're gonna get the stuff for the new dungeon. I'll probably do most of the dungeon off camera because you guys have already seen it. I don't really want to do it again on camera. And we just need some more pedestals. There's one. And I think we just need one more. So if we can get that, that'd be really cool. Alright, never went down that way. I don't really want to go down that way now. Nothing there. So hopefully we don't get lost or anything in here. Do I have any other type of food? I don't know that I can eat turmeric. Nope. I didn't think so, but it was worth a try. So just keep the portal in sight there. Here we go. And that should be everything we need in order to open up another Eldritch Portal. And what I'll do is, like I said, I will probably take on most of the area off camera. And then once I'm ready to finish it up, that'll be the beginning of next episode. So, yeah, there's not too much left with Millionaire, so we're almost done with that set of things. I need more food. I was working between episodes, so there's one thing that I kind of need to talk about, and we talked about it a little bit last episode, but basically, there is a couple of things that we need to really work on. Did we get anything good? Nope. Alright, Witchery is a really cool mod, don't get me wrong. However, in order to kind of finish up some things that we need to do in that, we kind of need to get better at brewing. And I found out that there's actually a way to check that. So if we grab the Seer Stone, this guy, and we just hold him down, it's gonna summon all of our Coven Witches. Oh, it's a shift right click. Never mind. So it says cannot manifest. Familiar called Mittens. 1 witch in Coven. No mystic branch knowledge. Bottling skill 1. No curses. So basically, the Seer Stone can kind of let you see your stats. Manifesting is it has to do with the spirit world. Familiar, we have a familiar. We have 1 witch in a coven. I believe there's 8 total. We're gonna need to have a full coven by the end of it, I think. I'm pretty sure on that. No mystic branch knowledge, so that would be like the forbidden spells, torment, for example. We have access to those, but in order to get those, we'd have to consume the souls of all of those demons. So like the fear demon, the anguish demon, hunger demon, and torment demon, which is Lord of Torment. And then bottling skill 1. That's what we need to improve. And from what I can tell, there's not really a good way to do that other than making potions. Making potions, making brews, all that kind of stuff. So I kind of looked into all this stuff, and I kind of understand it a little bit better now. I believe there is an effect that would allow us to brew bottling. Increase the number of bottles of brew a skilled witch can make. I'm not entirely sure if that will help us with our brew skills or not, but it might. The other thing is we can make things out of the kettle, and that will help as well, but I just wanted to kind of mention that before we can summon Leonard, we're going to need, I believe we need a full coven, and we're also going to need to be skilled in brewing. So just something to keep in mind. Now, today, before we do our Thaumcraft stuff, there is a couple of things I want to work on getting done. Can we make like 30 of those? No, we're missing tomatoes. I can make like 10. And I really should go turn on the robots. The reason why I turned this farm off more than anything is because there's a little bit of an issue. If we leave the area and the robots are not on their little, even if they're on the little pedestals, if we deload them, they don't like it at all, and they die. So it's not a big deal, it's just something that's a little bit annoying. So what I might do is kind of manually harvest some stuff every once in a while. I mean, we have this amazing farm and we don't really use it. So I believe is it this floor? Or is it, yes, it's this floor. So we can just kind of harvest all the magical crop stuff. It is magical crops, right? Yeah. And then just put it into the system and we'll be able to make magical food pretty commonly. Alright, so there is one other thing I want to do before we do any Thaumcraft, and it's something I kind of decided I wanted to do just because of kind of how much alchemy we've been doing, and the fact that I have a ton of Essentia just kind of laying around in a chest. So what I want to do is we're going to, hopefully this works how I would think it will, we're going to make some drawers, and we're going to make some 2x2 drawers. Something like this. And we're just going to make as many of those as we can. 32 might actually be enough. And what we're going to do is we're just going to come over here, and the plan is I have a ton of like excess bottles. For example, I have 7 alienus and 8 air. Now these won't go into here, but what I could probably do, if I break this, I would like that to face up. Can I get that to face up? That is the question. So if I do something like this, can I get this to face upwards? No. It's always going to want to go forward. Okay. Then how do we want to do this? So what I want to do is I want to put drawers here with all of the excess like bottles of Essentia, because those are easy enough to get, and it's just a matter of, I mean, I could do something like this. I just don't know that I like how that looks. So I'll figure out something with this, but this is just something I want to do. And then the plan will be something like this. And I can pretty easily refill stuff as needed. And then I'll lock all of them and I'll want all that kind of stuff. But that's just something that I want to kind of keep in mind. I don't know what the best way to do this is going to be. If this looks nice or not. It doesn't really look that nice because they're basically floating. So I'll figure something out. I could always like, alright, so let's just keep those there for right now. What I could do, can I make dirt slabs? No. Let's see, slabs. No, I don't see any like dirt or anything like that. So, I mean, I know that the millionaire villages have different slabs that we could use, but I think what we'll have to do is just let's get some slabs. Doesn't really matter too much. Arcane stone slabs. That could be kind of cool. We'll just use stone slabs for now. And what we could do is instead of putting them on top or trying to set them, I believe in a later version of the drawer mod you can actually set them so they're facing upwards. I could be wrong on that, but I think that'd be cool if you could. We can't see the bottom one. Ugh. Alright, well, that was worth a shot. But anyway, so I'll kind of figure out some way to put those. I just want to talk about that real quick, just to kind of clear out my chest full of Essentia. I want to have these drawers all over the place for all of the excess Essentia that we're going to be using. So that's the plan with that. So let's go ahead and throw this in here. And yeah, so a couple things. First of all, we have some work to do with Thaumcraft. There's only one quest left that we have available to us, and then the only other thing I'm going to want to do is to make the Thaumium armor and then this Primordial Claymore. I think we're going to want to make. I guess our sword is better, isn't it? So we probably won't make the Claymore, but I do want the armor, and that's going to require a total of 12 Primordial Pearls. Now I have enough money to buy 4 more of the Powerless Pearls, and so that is, let's see, 2, 3, 7, and then we're going to get a couple from this last quest. So it's not too bad. We'll get 1 from the actual Outerlands and then 2 from the quest. So we'll get a total of, we'll have 6, 10, so we need 2 more. So that's not too bad. I think we can handle that. And yeah, we're going to need a couple of things to do all of this stuff. So we need the node manipulator and a node in a jar. Now I've heard that you do need to have specifically a node in a jar. It doesn't like to work without something being, the node being previously in a jar. There's some weird issues with it. But before we can really do anything, we do need to make, let's go ahead and get, I guess we already have a magical, oh my gosh, okay. So some magical potions, get some more magical food. And we're gonna want to put stuff away. So all of this stuff, for example, is going to be put away, and we're going to need another wand to do this. So one that's pretty full. So we'll have to charge this guy up. That will not be an issue. We have the automatic recharge, so we'll just set it down and he'll charge up. And it looks really cool. It just takes a little bit of time. That is not good enough. Alright, so that's it's only got 100 capacity. We need a higher capacity one. We need a wand with 150, and then I believe we need a wand with 120. So let's take a look at this. So what we're doing is we're making Gadgemancy, the Gate of the Voidwalkers. So we have the arcane pedestals of both types, the ancient stone pedestals and the ancient pedestals themselves. We have the redirection focus, the node manipulator, everything like that. And it takes 150 of each element to make this construct with this aura node in the middle. And then once assembled, we need to put a staff or wand containing at least 120 of each on the manipulator. So scepter probably wouldn't work, and that one doesn't even have enough. So I guess what we're gonna have to do, unless I want to make another wand, because I don't believe this one's good enough, that might work. So what we can do is, at the very least, we'll set that there, and hopefully that will get the 120 that it needs. It's pulling from other ones down there, which is really funny. Alright, do we have any more node stabilizers? No. We have some more nodes, but I think this guy is too far away. So what we can do is we can just break this. That's not that much of a big deal. And this might transfer to this guy. I don't actually know. But what we can do is we can just place some more nodes up here. On this. I really wish I didn't do that. Oh well. Do I have any of the, what is it called? Teleposers. Alright, well, what we're gonna do is let's see, 509 negative 446. Do I have to make a new one of? No, I shouldn't. Isn't it like I have to remember how to use these? So we need a button, and it doesn't really matter what kind. I need to fix this just so it's so 516. 516. Yep. Okay. And then we take the other guy and the button, set him right there, put that in there. Oh no, this isn't right. How do we do this? No, that's right. Okay. And it puts it on top. So then if we put the dirt back, put that there, and it exchanges them. Cool. So that's all we needed to do. We can put that guy there, and we have fire up here as well. Cool. So with that taken care of, we should have all the stuff we need for our wands. And we have 2 wands, so I believe both of these guys are full. I believe we can hit the Mystic Construct with this scepter, and it will still work. Something we need to... Oh, great. Let's go ahead. Get in our better armor. And... there's still another one. He's over there. Alright. I hate these guys. I hate this event as well. But I don't think there's any more. And I hate that we are so slow now. I took off the boots. And I wanted to get more defense. Typically the blood magic armor is really good. So the only question is, how much stuff do we actually have? 182,000. Okay, that should be more than enough for now. So let's see if we can't get this guy to work. Once we can see again, we'll put that away. We're gonna need all of this stuff, and we can put this away. We can put that away. And I think that's about it. Alright, so we're going to come back before we go through, just because I don't really want to go through the portal quite yet. But the plan is going to be this. I'm going to go through the portal on my own and kind of clear out most of the area, just because I don't really want to deal with... oh my god, again? Alright, it knows I'm about to do this or something. Alright, so let's talk about some other stuff. One other thing I want to do... Let's get a gold block. We'll get this set up as well, but Wanda summoning and a piece of dirt just to be safe. And I have to remember how that works. Let's see how the world recovers. It is a gold block placed on a block of dirt. Okay. So the Eldritch Guardians will despawn at some point relatively soon, and we can get on with everything else. So for the time being, let's go ahead and put the other armor back on. I love that speed. And what we're going to do, by the way, I've also started growing cocoa beans, because we're going to need a lot of those for potions. Cocoa beans give you more area of effect. And something else we're going to have to do relatively soon is we're going to need to make, what is it called? A bat spawner so that I can try to get more bats. And that way we can get the wool of bat, which will allow us to basically just make more stuff. Alright, anytime these guys want to despawn and get rid of this fog, I would really love it. I can't believe we got the same effect twice in a row. But let's go ahead and come over here, and I believe there's a decent area of land over in this section that we can make the other Norman village, and I will again deal with them off camera like I have been in the other five Japanese 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, 5. Just like I have the other 5. And what we're gonna do, there's a coven witch. I need to get more coven witches. I'll probably do that a little bit off camera as well, especially if they're out in the world like that one was. But I think this is good enough out of the area of all the other villages and all that kind of fun stuff. So we need a Norman village that is the militaire. We need one of these. Yes. So this will get us our tapestries. With the lady. So if we give her wool, she should start making it. So, you know what? Let's... Oh, great. Again? This is the 3rd time. It must be because I have something on me or something. Alright, so... I think just giving them a little bit of wool will be good enough. But if not, I'll kind of deal with that later. So let's get this Gatewalkers, Gate of the Voidwalkers. There we go. Let's get that up and running here in a minute, and then yeah, it'll be time to go through it. So we can get rid of all that stuff, and I really hope this doesn't happen again. The Eldritch Guardians are really trying to protect the primordial pearls, but I can get them from the villagers who happen to have them for some reason. It's obviously part of the mod pack. And it's raining. Great. So let's just come over here. You know what? This is as good enough as any other place. So what we need to do is we need to make a little bit of a... location. So we need a node manipulator in the center, and I think it's getting to be night, with the redirection focus on top of that, and let's see, we have arcane pedestals on the corners with these guys on top. The node and the jar are right there. And then these guys just have to be relatively close. We're going to put them in a pattern like so. Whoops, didn't need that there. We're going to put them in a pattern like so, just for the fun of it more than anything. And let's see. Once is simple in order to build. The gate of the, okay, so we don't want to use this one. We want to use this one. So can I just like, there we go. So that drained this one pretty thoroughly. And then we just put that there, and it's going to use a bunch of V. And then it needs all these guys. And that should make the gate. And it's going to take a little bit of time. It needs to get up to 120 of each. And it's just going to take a moment or two. And I think it's going to drain my wand completely. But that's fine. We'll get the wand back. That's not an issue. It's going to use up all of the... there we go. It's going to do its magic. And this is kind of cool looking, to be honest. I like the lightning effects. So this should open up a new Eldritch Portal. And I just want my wand before we go through it. So it should take us to a different place than this one. And we're going to take a look at that here in a second. So I'm going to put most of my stuff away. I'm going to keep the pickaxe. And that's about it, to be honest. So what's the actual quest wanting us to do? I believe it wants us, yeah, to go to the Outerlands. Now, I don't know if this one's even more difficult or anything like that. We need more food. We're going to put our wands away. We're going to grab our better armor. And then we're going to hope everything goes well. So... the flugel tiara doesn't matter. Everything, all of that stuff doesn't really matter. We'll have to go slowly over there, and we'll put stuff away. So I do want to grab more torches, because here's the thing. The area does not. All right. So basically there is no portal behind us when we go through. Now, we could fix that with blood magic. We could do witchery waystones, I believe. Actually, how hard would that be to do? We might want to look into that. Let's get another magical potion just to be safe. We're going to want more torches. Sticks and coal. And we're going to want much more cobblestone. So let's get like 3 stacks of cobblestone. And we'll look into potentially getting this other these waystones. So I know that because we're infused with basically the nether, if we take a witch's hand, we can teleport around. That is a thing that is completely and utterly available to us. Now we could make some ruby slippers. That wouldn't be terrible. And this would allow us to teleport to our bed every 30 minutes. Now the other thing we could do is, I believe it would be under circle magic. And it's going to be in one of these. Bind a waystone. I'm just not entirely sure how to use waystones. So, how bad is that to do? Requires slime ball, snowball, ender dew. And to get ender dew, let's see if we can do this. So it's just distilling an ender pearl. So that is really quite easy. So we need a snowball, and I don't have a shovel on me. Alright, so we need we just need a single snowball, and we need a slime ball. Neither of those, actually, we can make snowballs, can't we? Can't you make snowballs from... Let's see, you get it from icy needles. Can't you make snowballs from... Nope, okay. Can you make snow from the water essence? No. Alright, so I thought you could maybe make that from the water essence, but nope. Oh, well. We just need to grab our shovel. And there's a snowman underneath there, so I'm not too concerned about, like, getting snowballs later. But for right now, let's just grab some snow. And whoops, let's break that as well. Something else I did, by the way, is between episodes, I kind of redirected this the flowing spirit to see if we could get the wispy cotton to grow. I don't know quite how that's supposed to work. I should probably look into that, to be honest, because it would be nice to have a little bit extra of that, but for now it doesn't really matter. So ender dew, snowball. We don't have any waystones, and then we need a slime ball. Most of this stuff is pretty easy. Wait, I'm looking at the wrong thing. So binds the... Okay, so we need... Oh, just glowstone. Alright, I was looking at the wrong stuff. So it's in stone and binds the waystone to the location of the ritual. Ender dew and glowstone. So the waystones are used for a couple of different things. One of the main things that they're used for is to redirect... have I made any waystones? I'm thinking of Infinity. Expert mode. In order to make blood magic stuff, you need waystones. So a waystone is pretty easy to make. There we go. So I don't know if this is going to allow us to teleport here or not. What's the 7x7? So this will be fine. Or what this is probably used for is basically you can direct where this waystone goes. But if I just like... Nope, okay. I know with infusions we can do stuff, but I'm not going to worry too much about it. Anyway, so we have our potions. Is there anything else I'd like to take, just to be safe? I don't think so. So we have our armor. We've taken off the Flugel Tiara and the Greater Band of Mana, because we don't need that. The Long Reach still works, regardless. And we have a decent amount of food. I wouldn't mind bringing like a stack of bread or something, in case we run out of food. That might not be a bad option. And since barley is in pretty good supply, that should not be an issue. Alright, so let's do it. I'm just gonna go straight into the new dimension and hope for the best. So obviously, this is yet another of the Eldritch dimensions. It's going to be a maze with its own key and all that kind of stuff. Hopefully we can get back. There's not really much that we're going to lose if we can't. But let's just go on through. And what we should see is, in a second, let's just oh my gosh, okay, we died by falling out of the world. I love it when that happens. Alright, well, hopefully the quest activated. And where's our home? It's this way. I don't know where it took us. I don't know why it like glitched out like that. That always angers me. Worst case scenario, our stuff is still there. I guess best case scenario. And you know, it wouldn't be, it's this way. It wouldn't be the worst of ideas to, yeah, we're gonna steal a tree. And what we're going to do is we're going to make a chest, because it would be the worst of ideas to go in there and put a chest down. Just because that could allow us to basically keep our stuff in there and then die willingly, which will basically allow us to kind of cheese the system and keep our stuff there and come back if we need to bring anything else. So let's go ahead and do that. Now, for all I know, our stuff is like just sitting over here. We also had a death protection poppet, I believe, which doesn't really help us too much, but it is a thing. And unfortunately, we are also hungry. I don't know. I have no idea what happened with that. No, our stuff is gone. The Eldritch, I forgot, the Eldritch Portal closes behind you. That's very aggravating. At least we didn't lose anything of note. I forgot about that. We lost our pick again. We lost our sword, tectonic girdle. Most of the stuff wasn't that bad. We lost our bound armor again. Ugh, I hate that stuff. So I don't think we're going to be using bound armor anymore, unless I cheated in again, because I hate that that happens. Now, here's hoping that the game doesn't care about what we did with it, and hopefully the quest line is just, you did it, congrats. Because otherwise, I'm going to figure out a way to get to that dimension. Let's get some barley. We'll just eat some bread for now, because we are incredibly hungry. And let's go ahead and get we need another quest book, so let's do that. Let's get that real quick. And how bad? Hey, cool. We don't have to go back there. I'll look through the footage and see if I really care about the stuff that we had. To be honest, like I said, the worst part of that was the bound armor, which is a little bit of a pain. If I want to make it again, I can, to be honest, but I don't really want to make it again. By the way, I finished making a ton of void seeds, so I think the plan is going to be this. I'm going to say all that stuff is lost. Most of it we can replace. I guess some of it we can anyways, but for the most part it doesn't really matter. What we left behind is more important. I'll need to get like another Thaumanomicon and stuff like that, but this stuff, actually no, I had that still. So the plan is going to be this. We are going to kind of end the episode off here, and I'm going to work with the villages a little bit and try to get those to the point where we can complete them and all that fun stuff. And then next episode, I'm going to replace like sword, pick, all that kind of stuff. And next episode, we are going to start looking into something else. Not entirely sure what yet. I think what I want to start working towards is getting these guys powered up so that we can start making this primordial armor. And we're going to get re-equipped with primordial armor and go from there. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!